on Friday mornings to be specific, this is a former Heisman Trophy winner, former #1 overall pick, former Super Bowl quarterback in Cam Newton that shows up on Friday mornings, and you know what? He's been getting beat down a little bit. He's been getting beat down a little bit last so he needed some help. My man RC couldn't do it today because little RC is playing the Notre Dame, okay? So he couldn't be here. So he brought another big gun. This dude, Chris Canty, you understand what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be scared. But here's what they don't realize. This is the studio. It's not the football field. If we were on a football field, I'd run for my life against these brothers. But here, it's my lane. I like to have Cam now. I must admit, I might rock that one day. First takes in the hat. First takes in the hat.
Holla at you.
I'm chasing something right now.
Get a job done, that's it. I told y'all it was a business trip. Well, they handle business. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness!
So that's what y'all wanted to see, huh?
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to First Take on a Feel Good Friday. Cam would call it a Funky Friday. Got my guy Chris Canty in the building. Great to see you.
Yeah, all
the big
the Giants
fella ready
slander.
to put in work.
All the Giants slander. We ain't gonna have that. We gotta cut that out.
Yo,
That
bro.
needs to
This
stop.
dude is-
You are,
That
listen,
needs to stop.
you want to be
Relentless.
all right. You've been doing, first of all, you've been phenomenal. Phenomenal already. I'm so proud of you. But let me tell you something. Don't hurt your reputation by supporting the Giants. They are trash, okay? It is what it is. Don't do that to yourself.
Come on, Peter.
If you're going to call other people frauds,
Hey,
excuse me,
hey.
trash.
What
the
Kendrick
Giants.
Lamar say?
Listen,
Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty.
There we go.
All right.
There we go.
Cam,
There
how
we
we
go.
feeling
Cam,
this morning?
What's going on, Cam?
We miss you in New
Oh,
York.
magnificent. You know, I had to, embark a little sauce on on the set. You dig, Stephen A.
I got
Chris, what's up, my boy? How you
I got to
feeling?
admit this.
What
Molly,
up, though?
I know we got to go to the show. I got to admit this. Cam is the one person on the planet Earth that all you need to do is look at his wardrobe and you know he's alive and well and ready to roll. He don't have to speak. His wardrobe speaks for him. He loud and proud. Let's roll, y'all.
That's what fashion
Let's
is.
roll. Let's roll.
Expression.
Let's roll.
All right, the Chargers overcame an 11-point second-half deficit to beat the Broncos 34-27 at SoFi Stadium, delaying Denver's playoff return for at least another week. Justin Herbert threw for 284 yards, 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns for the Chargers, and his head coach Jim Harbaugh is impressed with what he sees from his QB. Listen up, folks.
Pre-game, I was talking to Justin and Derwin, and my thing to them was like, hey, even though the way the world seems like it's on our shoulders, it's not. Go enjoy it. And Justin said, like, pick up basketball, coach. And I was like, that's our guy.
It's what we always dreamed of, to have these bright lights, and especially on Thursday night football, a playoff type game. We had a very good opponent here, and as long as we're playing loose, free, and fearless, and going out there and just playing ball and doing what we do, I think we're at our best then.
All right, the Chargers now have a 98% chance to make the playoffs. But Stephen A., here's the real question. Did they have any chance against the AFC's elite team?
Listen, I'm inclined to say no. I didn't feel that way, Cam. I didn't feel that way, CC, until the last couple of weeks, last couple of games. I mean, they get blitzed by 40, all right? We saw what happened then. Coming into this game last night, the Broncos scored on the first 3 drives. Now, before then, they had one of the top defenses in the National Football League, top defense in red zone efficiency. So I'm looking at them from that standpoint. I'm saying, what the hell has happened? Now they look vulnerable defensively. Offensively, we know they always got a chance legitimately from the standpoint of Justin Herbert. He's that kind of a stud. We get all that. Keenan Allen's gone. Mike Williams is gone. Austin Eckler's gone. And to be in the position that they're in says a lot about the greatness of Coach Jim Harbaugh. But I still think the offense leaves a lot to be desired. They got a receiver, McConkey, who's one of the leading receivers as a rookie. We get that part. We understand that. Gus Edwards, they making a big deal about the game that he had a good game last night. He rushed for 68 yards. I mean, that's a good game. So I'm just looking at it, I'm saying, there's too many holes offensively. I can't see it, but I can understand why people think the only reason I feel differently is because I don't like what I saw from their defense for 6 quarters. meaning last game into the first half of last night. That's why I have my reservations. Go ahead, Cam.
No, I don't believe in it. And in large part is this. Now, the Denver Broncos have some growing up to do because if you're playing a real team, Chris, you know this more than anybody. You want to put teams away. The Denver Broncos lost the game last night more so than the Chargers won it. You see what I'm saying? Like when you have a team and you go up by that many points, especially when I'm looking at the elite playoff teams in the AFC, Chiefs, Bills, Lamar, and the Ravens, and even really the Steelers and the Texans, those teams have potential to just put you away by way of running the football effectively. The Denver Broncos didn't do that. And when you're asking the question, do you really believe that they can compete with the elite AFC teams? I don't think so. Because if they come up with that type of flat performance early on, did they win the game? Yes. But when you put things into perspective versus really good teams, and I don't see that being a sustainable formula versus the elite.
Yeah, Cam, I couldn't agree with you more. I thought that game had a lot more to do with the Denver Broncos losing it than Justin Herbert and the Chargers winning it. Now, I do want to tip my cap to Herbert because I've had him under the spotlight for some time now this season, waiting for when the physical talent was going to lead to the overall team success that we were looking to see. And so he stepped up. He made some plays at the end of that game. I mean, he was absolutely phenomenal in the second half. I think he was 11 of 16 passing and a touchdown. And, of course, on that final touchdown drive, that 3rd and 10 that he was able to convert by using his legs, that was big time. But to me, the Denver Broncos left the door open. And it was about the Broncos taking their foot off of the gas. The empty possessions at the end of the first half after being up by double digits is what allowed for the LA Chargers to get back in that game. I don't think the Chargers have the horsepower on offense. You saw Quentin Johnson have a key drop at the end of that game that allowed for the Denver Broncos to have a possession with good field position. Now, the Broncos offense couldn't muster much, but if you're a championship team, you have to be able to close the door on people. The Chargers couldn't do that last night. And if we take a step back and just look at the situation for the Chargers last night, it was must win at home, short week against a rookie quarterback. You're supposed to win that game.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. So when I look at all of those things, when I look at a defense that has been suspect for the last month and a half, over the last 6 games, giving up 26 points a game, which is 20th in the NFL, 23rd in defensive efficiency, and 27th in opponent QBR, the Chargers are going to be one and done in the postseason. They'll get there, 97% chance according to our FPI, but they ain't going to do much once we get to the wild card round.
Go ahead, Molly.
All
We ain't
right.
got nothing I can't add anything to that.
Okay.
You're absolutely
But hold on. Can I chime?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Cam.
I would say this though in regards to the Chargers. Now, building a franchise, these type of seasons build the foundation for sure. When you have a franchise quarterback in Justin Herbert, winning and getting there is in all respects a winning formula for years to come. Now, when I look at the statistics and it shows that the Chargers are the 5th youngest team in the NFL, that's something that you have to say, okay, how can we keep building and learning and building? When I was in the NFL, one of the seasons that was our humbling experience was my 2nd and 3rd year. My 3rd year, I got to the NFL playoffs, and I started to see, it's a different type of rhythm. It's a different type of atmosphere. Those things Justin Herbert needs to start to see. The teammates needs to start to see. So as they're going into the draft and they're going to, free agency and picking up key assets, they at least know that on their resume, they can say that they played meaningful games and they know what needs to do or what they need to do to get wins.
All right. Speaking of meaningful games, sticking in the AFC, let's talk about